There's an ongoing debate in education about which is better, inquiry-based instruction or direct instruction. I'm Larry Filazzo, and if that's the question, I think the answer is inductive teaching. In deductive teaching, teachers explain the role and then that's followed up by giving examples. In some ways, it's similar to direct instruction. In inductive teaching, on the other hand, students are given examples that the teacher has identified, and out of those examples, the students have to come to a conclusion about what the rule is or what the concept is, the bigger concept. It's basically a matter of guiding students to identify patterns and explain the reasons and the reasoning behind those patterns. They function as detectives. I think it turns learning into a game. Speaking practically, teachers can do inductive teaching by creating data sets, which could be short passages or objects that students can then use to identify patterns. For example, one time I taught a science class on density of water, and students had to use a bunch of different objects to figure out which ones would float and which ones wouldn't, and out of that come to some conclusions about the density of water. Another form of inductive teaching is called concept attainment, where a teacher identifies a bunch of good examples and bad examples that illustrate, the good examples illustrate a rule or a concept, the bad examples don't. And then students have to identify what that rule or concept is. That's great for grammar, identifying what a good claim is. And then ELL teachers are familiar with the picture word inductive model. There are a lot of ways to use inductive teaching. What are some ways you've used it in your classroom?